Arr, mateys, welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble harbor master and friend, and well, storyteller with a bunch of these folks. It happens to be International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Are you ready to talk like a pirate? I think you are. And we're ready to play some Pirate Borg in celebration of said International Pirate Day and the release of Pirate Borg, folks. So there's going to be more information coming online about that, but I will just quickly put a plug out there. If you want to get into your local friendly game store or hop online and get yourself a copy of this awesome game, I encourage you to do so. We're going to get into a 3-parter, tonight being the first of this arc, and I'm very excited to introduce my friends. So before I just keep rambling on, I'm going to go ahead and allow my friends to introduce themselves. I will start with Ashley tonight. Hello, Ashley. Welcome back. Tuesday night, we're playing Pirate Borg.
Oh yeah, I can't get me away from Tuesday nights party out here on the internet.
Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing tonight.
All right. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky, Minnesota Muse 99 on the threads, and I am playing for you tonight a guy named Paley, and I'm a little like kind of nervous, but I'm really cautious and I'm prepared. So Paley is in full body armor, even though he's a pirate on the seas. He comes with his own dinghy and a set of plans about how to escape, what to do next, how he's going to throw someone else in front of the bullet. Just a set of plans.
Wow. A bit of a strategist, you might say. That's great. Well, this is a game of strategy and piracy, so I think that will bode well for Paley. Thank you, Ashley. Really excited to have you back and playing this new game. I'm so excited to run this game. Let's jump over to another one of our Tuesday regulars, Andy G 3D. Hello, Andy. Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and sometimes on our Discord server. Yeah, you can find me here every Tuesday night on our Greyhawk game, but for the next few Tuesdays on this game, it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Tonight, I will be playing Jameson Bonnie, somewhat of a brute. His favorite weapon is a broken mast with a few nails sticking out of it.
Okay.
He's a bit of adult.
But ridiculously good looking.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Nice. I can't wait to see his blue steel. Thank you, Andy. It's so great to have you back. Let's jump over to Sundance Sid. Hey, Sid. Welcome back, man.
Hey, great to be back. Hey, everyone. I'm Sid, and you can find me on the socials at _Sundance Sid. Just type it in places, and I should be there. And if I'm not, I'll be there very shortly. Today, I'll be playing Guy St. Pierre. Dashing, suave, swashbuckler, and all around just an amazing fellow. I'm happy to introduce him to everyone and have everyone meet him and love him as I do.
He's an amazing fellow. Just ask him, he'll tell you.
That's true.
Thanks, Sid. Great to have you back. Let's go over to Erica. Erica, welcome back.
Hi. This is very different from my last guest appearance, which was Lord of the Rings. So this is exciting. I'm Erica Ondon. I'll be playing a character named Dusk. Don't mind her mustache. I just don't want to be recognized. I'm still determining the voice, so we'll find out after, everybody does their voice. We'll find out what Dusk is. Dusk doesn't steal anything from anybody, so don't worry. Anyways, I'm Erica Onwin. I'm the creator of the TTRPG channel, Roll D5. We play indie games, and there's a lot more out there than 5e, so please let us show you. We have some wonderful special guests, great things happening over there, and you can find me everywhere, really, but mostly I have turned to threads. That's going to be where you'll probably find me the most active, as I found real nice, lovely community there. So I hope to see you guys there too. So feel free to give me a follow there. Can't wait.
Nice. Welcome back. So glad to have you. I love the mustache. We'll see where this all goes. I'm sure it will be fine. And last
already
but certainly
sweating it
not
off.
least, is it sweating? Yeah, join.
Yeah.
Mine's not even penciled
Mine
on and
too.
it's sweating. Yeah.
Same.
Last but not least, Sly Sparrow. Hello.
Hello, good evening. My name is Adrian, and I am on the internet known as @SlySparrow on Threads and Twitter. It's @SlySparrow_. And yes, tonight I am going to be playing a Mad Marlowe. He's kind of a buccaneer. He used to be part of the East India Company before he got betrayed and cursed. And he's kind of a buccaneer, like sharpshooter, carries his trusty musket around, always talking to himself. Rumors that he ate a whole island of cannibals, you know, those kind of crazy pirate stories. Looking forward to having a great collaborative pirate story with all these great people. And thank you all for joining.
That is terribly horrifying and 100% on brand. So thank you for bringing that chaos to the game. Great to have you back, Adrian. I always enjoy playing with you, and I am super excited that we're playing in this pirate board game. Now, a couple of quick announcements. We do have a giveaway. Thank you so much to the good folks at Free League Games for providing us with a digital copy of Pirate Borg to give away. I am thrilled about this, so thanks to them. We'll be giving away a digital copy each of the 3 game sessions, plus in the 3rd game session, we'll be giving away a hard copy, like a physical real book, like one of these things. Remember these? They're like real books. We're going to be giving one of those away. Go figure. It's going to be awesome. All you have to do to enter to win is type in !drawing. Andy G3D will show you how it's done. It's super duper easy. And everybody will have an opportunity to win. We'll draw the lucky winner at the end of tonight's stream. I'm trying to think if there's more. There's got to be more announcements. Big shout out to our friends at Tabletop Audio. I have to make sure that I give them some love because they produce a lot of really good musical content that we use all the time in our games, and we really like it. It's great stuff. We support their Patreon. We think you should too. And there's a link in the chat for you to go check them out. Very good stuff, and we use it a lot. So thank you to them for that. And also, I just want to say, again, big shout out to the creators of Pirate Borg, Luke Stratton, aka Limithron, who ran this Kickstarter to get this Pirate Borg game up and running, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's been pretty well embraced by the community, and we're excited to bring it to you. Today is actually the big official launch of Pirate Borg, so there's a big push with today being International Talk Like a Pirate Day to get out the word, and we're excited to be part of that. So if you want to go check it out, check out their website, see what they have to offer, or run down to your friendly local gaming store when you have the chance. Support local folks as best you can. They need the support, and we love them for still doing what they do. It's important to have places to go and meet new people and play new games. So thank you everybody for being part of that. I am going to also mention that we have a mechanic in the game called Devil's Luck. Now, if you're interested in helping out our characters, you can use your bits to purchase Devil's Luck for our characters, and they get to do a bunch of different things. I just posted some information in the chat. They can deal max damage on an attack. They can reroll any die roll. They can lower the skill check's difficulty, neutralize a crit or a fumble, and reduce damage that they take on a big hit. So that can be very, very important. Each of the characters will benefit from this because this is a brutal game, and we really appreciate you getting involved. We like having you guys involved, so get in there and do it. If you like what we do here at Guild Superior, go ahead and follow us, support our channel by hanging out with us and getting goofy in the chat. That's really what it's all about. That's why we do this, so we can bring people together. All right. Am I forgetting anything? Because I feel like I had a whole list and I can't find it, but I think we hit all the main ones, perhaps. And Fantasy Animal Vegan has already given Mad Marlowe a big pile of Devil's Luck. Thank you very much, Fantasy Animal Vegan. That's 5 Devil's Luck for Mad Marlowe. Now, to be fair, you can use those for someone else if you so desire, as long as you're in the general same area as the person that you are helping out. So keep that in mind as well. Thank you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. And thanks for the resub, Vamp Wickman. Great to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure to have you poking around and getting into mischief. So are you ready to get into this game? Let me give you just a quick little bit of background on where we are in the world. Pirate Borg is kind of this scurvy-ridden, rules-light RPG that's heavy on art. It's a beautiful book. It's compatible with Mork Borg. It's based off of Mork Borg, but it's got this inspiration of history, fantasy, horror, and rum, and piracy, and has been the passion of its creators, Luke, aka Limithron, and all the folks that have helped to back it. Thank you so much for that. In tonight's game, in our version of the game, our characters find themselves in the dark Caribbean amidst the backdrop of the Greater Antilles War, a relentless conflict between crumbling imperial nations, powers that show no signs of abating. Nassau has degenerated into complete chaos. The Republic of Pirates has risen from this chaos. I'm going to put the map of the Dark Caribbean up here. And this Republic of Pirates is fueled by a lucrative black market that's centered on the consumption of a mysterious drug crafted from destroyed undead, a drug that's known as ash. Now, amidst all this chaos, a dark menace known as the Scourge plagues the Dark Caribbean. Undead horrors that have emerged from the oceans to ravage settlements and ports across the islands. A state of emergency has been declared, and the region kind of teeters on this brink of desperation and complete destruction. But the most harrowing development in this region of the world is the emergence of what seafaring folk call the Abyss, a gaping fissure south of Jamaica that swallows the ocean itself. These eldritch tides of doom threaten to consume everything in their path, leaving only darkness in their wake. And it's in this perilous age of piracy, with all of this darkness and despair, treachery, death, undead drugs, because why not? We dive into our first Pirate Borg session, the first of our 3-shot. So, me hearties, we set this tale afloat. 'Tis a tale of you lot drenched in the marrow, as if the brine below and the deluge from above be in cahoots. It's been nigh endless hours, mayhaps days, weeks, battling the torrent, squinting for the hint of land, wondering which among ye might make the finest meal, if it should come to that. And don't be playing the innocent. You know that notion's crossed each of your skulls a time or two. But here you are, all crammed like sardines in a wooden tin, Paley's dinghy, if you be needing precision, straining to hold this curious mix of scallywags, the boat, like the souls aboard it, wearing the scars of endless adventures, battles, and perchance a few crimes against humanity, or what's left of it here in the Dark Caribbean. But there'll be no judging. We're no angels, mind ye, so let's press on. A blinding flash of lightning, followed by a hearty clap o' thunder, lights up and underscores a sight most welcome. Land, a port. If you've got your reckoning straight, and your compass points true, and the fates smile upon you, well, by the luck of the gods, you've made it to Black Coral Bay. Count yourselves fortunate to still be in the land of the living. Now, guiding your ship through the tempest rage, you steer her to a quavering dock at the water's edge, and here your possessions be few, and your garments be soaked, and each of you step one by one onto the slippery, rain-soaked planks of that there weathered wharf. Now, what I'd like each of you to do, starting with Mad Marlowe, as you step off of Paley's dinghy and put your foot on solid ground after God knows how long lost at sea, what do we see and what do you find as your motivation as you find yourself in Black Coral Bay? Mad Marlowe! We'll start with you.
As Mad Marlowe leaves the dinghy, he is glad for the torrential rain as it finally got all the blood off his clothes from the last adventure that they were on. And as the rain-soaked pirate comes off the dinghy, you'll notice that he has this really old uniform that has got scrapes and gnashes and torn clothes everywhere that's just been patched together here and there. And it's completely overwhelmed by this coat that's over it. His hat is soaked and kind of slouching onto one side of his head. Eye patch still true. That's what makes him aim really well. He's got a kind of aloof look in his eye as he ventures towards warmth, as he looks over to see the ports and looks for the some sort of smoke coming from some tavern somewhere. He's quite thirsty, and he's been trying to keep his musket dry. He will get onto the dock itself, and he will want to leave immediately, but he will stay and turn and assist his companions, that are the rest of the crew, trying to get out of the dinghy, and will reach a hand out, a very kind of veiny, withered looking hand, to the next person who's about to come out of the dinghy.
And that be Dusk.
With
Our
that
Dusk.
withered
This time.
hand reaching out, seeing it's one for Dusk to reach out to, she'll quickly just like hip check this barrel that was next to her, and there's a whole bunch of splashing going into the ocean as she was attempting to do something with somebody's mug, but it's a bit too late. Cannibalism is no longer an option. And she'll reach for the hand, like feeling like royalty, and take the hand as she goes down. And Dusk, the way that she looks, is very piratey. There's nothing too much that stands out other than this nasty scar on her eye and a very obviously painted on mustache that does not fit with the rest of her persona. Thank you for letting me come down. Thank you. As she just daintily goes down the steps.
As you exit the dinghy, we see none other than Guyver St. Pierre step forward. What do we see?
So stepping forward off this dinghy soaked with rain water is a fellow, fairly tall, about around 6'2". It's a big guy. Just normal pirate gear, nothing out of the ordinary. Shirt, trousers, boots, coat with browns and dark reds to hide the blood of the enemies and unfortunate souls that cross his path. The things that stand out on his hip is a pretty fancy rapier that doesn't fit the guise of a pirate. It doesn't fit the aesthetic of a pirate. And in one hand a flute, and then in one hand a flute. Pretty flute. He's standing tall, chest out, very bold, very very ostentatious, and full of himself. You can tell from first glance. If you look closely, you can see bright blue scars down from his sternum, following down to it disappears into his clothing. His right arm is wrapped with a cloth, but sort of loosely, not too tight, but it's not falling off. And beneath it, you can see like claw marks, scars, bright blue that resemble like burnt cinders, like if you put out a fire, a campfire, and the wood is burnt, but instead of the red orange light, it's it's blue, like icy blue scars. And then over his right eye, his right eye is is more of a golden yellow, and his left eye is golden brown. Over his right eye, there's three claw marks with the same blue blue hue. And step off the ship, shake off my flute from the rainwater, and play a little tune and make my way to port.
Very nice. Any particular tune?
I don't know how flutes work, so it's a simple C chord, if that's a thing.
Sure, of course it is.
He's playing the C note, just the C note, C sharp, then C flat, then C again, then C sharp.
As you blow into the flute for the very first time, it's a little wet, so it's like it takes a second to get to that C, but as you do, you see rats just scurry in every direction out from underneath the dock.
Careful, that's dinner.
Then I give a wink to the camera and keep walking. The non-existent camera.
Nice. And right behind you, stepping off of the dinghy, is a monster of a man. Old Jameson Bonnie.
Yes, Jameson is also very tall. He's about 6, I would say 6'3", 6'4", somewhere around there. Brute of a man. He is soaked. He's wearing pretty common clothes, but he's got around his neck, he's got this very fancy, he calls it a scarf. It's actually an ascot, but a very fancy scarf that he takes a lot of pride in. And, he'll tell you all about it. And yeah, he's just soaked from head to toe. He's walking with this giant piece of wood in his hand because he just brings it with him everywhere. And, despite how disheveled and wet he is, he's got this perfectly waxed and curled mustache going on.
So
Naturally
classy.
water repellent.
So classy. As Bonnie gets off of the dinghy, the dinghy actually shifts noticeably upward as that ballast is now off. And Paley, as you lash the mooring and prepare yourself to disembark, how do you feel about leaving the safety of your dinghy?
Paley Paley is in full body armor and can barely see. Like, you just see like this slit of Paley with these two sky blue eyes, but you're not really sure like if you've ever seen Paley without the armor on. They get out of the boat, kind of stumble out of the boat, start tying it down, like rub it gently, murmuring something lovingly to the boat, and then they turn around and say, "You're welcome. You're welcome. I bet you're really glad I brought my own boat now." Everybody said, we didn't need a boat because we were on a boat, but now we're on a little boat and we're all alive.
Well, we almost ate someone, so...
Right. I'm so glad we didn't have to eat Guy.
We weren't supposed to tell them.
I mean, you could try. I don't think it'll work out for you.
Oh, we could. You watch out.
Now, Paley, as you get out of the boat, you lash it to the dock. Take a couple of last looks at it as you prepare yourself to head inland. And now that we're all familiar, let's set our course for the nearest drinking den, the Green Kraken. This could be your maiden voyage to Black Coral Bay, or mayhaps it ain't. It's up to you. This here slice of paradise, not even close. Be small in size, but grand in despair.
In larceny?
Aye, larceny indeed. and murder, robbery, burglary, and the rest of it. It's a grim and wretched place. It's been since time immemorial. That's a hard word to say sometimes. Death and mayhem be the order of the day here in Black Coral Bay. Folk and their prize plunder vanish into the abyss with the turn of the tide. But fear not, for they have rum aplenty. So let's weigh anchor and set forth. My friends, you make your way through the dreary, wet docks of Black Coral Bay. You can hear almost immediately the sounds of revelry and vice that echo from ahead. A ramshackle tavern you see appear in the mists and the rain hangs precariously over the water's edge. Rough-hewn siding and moss-covered shingles creak ominously. The salty breeze, rain smattering across the planks. It has countless scars from squalls and brawls and patched and mismatched planks and tarps that are covering up sections of broken wall. The tavern's name, the Green Kraken, is emblazoned on this faded, algae-covered sign above the entrance that swings on rusty hinges. Flickering lanterns cast a sickly greenish glow, illuminating the entrance. You can hear shouting and laughter and singing that beckon you forward. And as you take a step towards the entrance, a mountain of a man comes sailing through the door. The door being open, he flies through, cartwheeling through the air, tumbling down the stairs, landing himself in the middle of a muddy puddle of rainwater and piss. And he struggles to right himself. And a second man staggers forward, brandishing a flintlock pistol. He levels the weapon as best he can, mumbling a string of unintelligible expletives, and pulls the trigger. Bang! Sending a lead ball on a fatal collision course with the first man's face. Gray matter splatters all too easily into the already saturated ground. And you hear a voice. Oh, why'd you have to do that, Smitty? Rogers there was a good earner and a stalwart seaman. Yeah, well, he be cheating and lying and talking shite, responds the intoxicated guy with the pistol, smoke still billowing. And then there's a female voice from someone somewhere inside. Well, ain't none of yous never met an honest pirate. You be a goddamn fool, Smith. Fuck's sake. At that, a bout of laughter breaks out from inside as the gunman stuffs the pistol back in his belt, turns and walks back into the tavern. You watch as 3 street urchins, young kids, no more than 8 or 10 years old, race forward out of the darkness, out of the shadows, loot the body, within seconds disappear.
Absolutely not. I want to get in on that.
Give me a roll. Let's get our first roll here. Give me a
Fight those kids. Fight
Yep,
those
here we go.
kids.
Give me an agility.
Oh.
Give me an agility roll.
Some fights.
So this is a D20 roll plus your agility modifier. The difficulty rating is a 12, as it should be. Let's see what you get.
18.
18. As 2 of the kids sneak away and one turns and runs almost right at you and tries to dodge, you grab the kid. What do you mean to do with me then?
I just toss him to the side.
Ah! He gets up, runs away, disappears.
Stupid kids. Let's see, what do we have here?
You're gonna take a look at the body?
Oh yeah.
All right, give me a D100 roll, please.
Ooh.
A lot of tables in Pirate Borg, a lot of fun tables. So let's get this thing rolling.
92.
Oh my. Okay. A thing of importance. How dare you?
Ooh.
Give me another D100 roll.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options here.
Wow.
24.
24. Okay. All right. So you ruffle through the man's pockets as a couple of other piratey types gaze on, watching you, kind of giggling to themselves, and you find a colorful piece of coral in the man's pocket. It looks sharp, as though it could maybe be used as a weapon, possibly.
Excellent.
What you got there?
That's useful. You
None
could
of your business.
you could like cut your
Hi.
bonds with that, or like shank someone.
What'd
I
you
like that.
find?
Just like opens my coat. Look at this shirt. Coral.
Pretty.
I'm gonna
Right.
do something fun with that.
Okay, so my friends, do you enter into the establishment or chase the kids or do something completely different? Because this is role-playing games, you never know what the hell is going to happen.
Well,
I've
I'm
done-
going.
I've done it.
Yeah, Jameson's just striding right into the.
I'm going
tavern.
into the tavern. Yeah, I'm hitting
Okay.
the tavern.
All right,
Let's see what we got in there.
Tavern.
you walk in and you see the interior of the Green Kraken is this murky, dimly lit den of iniquity. There's a wooden floor that's uneven and splintered and creaks underfoot as you step inside. There's a throng of people in various states of drunkenness. Worn seaweed-covered beams support a low ceiling. There's nautical relics on the walls, dusty fishing nets, aged maritime charts and the like. The air is thick with this sort of like, I don't know, like a briny scent of seaweed, and it mingles with the odor of tobacco and the pungent aroma of stale rum. You can see that in the back, towards the back of the tavern, there are these shadowy alcoves that seem to harbor, each of them, a motley crew of patrons, and their faces are sort of obscured by the shifting shadows. You see a bar. Behind the bar, you see this hulking female with short hair, bronze skin. She seems to be holding down the bar itself while various matrons rustle about or hustle about the floor, taking people's orders and slinging rum and wine and grog. There's a little sign above the bar that has the menu of what's available here. And it's simple. Rum, red wine, grog, and stew.
We've lost Sparrow.
We scared Adrian away already. Like,
the
hell
grids.
no.
Lost him. It's the grid.
You don't have the mustache for this.
Hey, where'd he go?
It's unfortunate.
Haley's gonna
there he is.
like scamper up to the bar quite noisily.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah, like in a little like a little bit because she's been on the sea in full plate mail. Um, do you have any oil, like fish oil, linseed, peanut? I don't know. What do you got?
The barkeep looks at you. Oil? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got rum, we got wine, we got grog, and we got stew. I don't think there's any linseed oil in the stew.
I don't know how oily is your meat.
It depends on the day. Buy some stew to find out if you like. Rub that
All
on
right,
you.
let's.
Armor.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Right, she turns around and she goes to this big wooden drum and she takes this massive ladle and sticks it in there and stirs it around. And she pulls out this ladle and it's just dripping with like this thick broth. And you can see chunks of vegetables and meats. Puts it in a wooden bowl. It kind of splashes over the side, brings it over, spilling it along the way, sets it down in front of you. There you go. That'll be 4 silver.
All right. She hands it
Oh.
over.
No, that's a swindle. I'm not only hand over 2. That is not worth 4.
You ain't even had it yet. The fuck do you know?
Let me give a taste.
4 silver, you can have a taste.
Friend, do you mind?
Go right ahead.
All right, I'm gonna taste it. See if this is worth swindling my friend.
Take
And before you
taste
do
of
that,
hers.
she just like takes a big hunk of meat out of it. Always be prepared. Go
Oh my
ahead.
god. What are you gonna do with the meat?
As this is going on, she's just rubbing it on all her joints.
Okay. All right. So Dusk, you take the bowl of stew and you sample it.
Yeah.
It's the best stew you've had since you were set adrift at sea. It's not the best stew you've ever had. Although maybe it is.
Puts
It's
it
got
down.
it does have a funny taste to it.
There's something funny about it. I can tell. 3 silver.
3 silver?
3.
How am I supposed to run a business?
3.
All right, 3 silver then.
There you go.
Fuck's sake.
What do you think's in the soup?
I don't know. Something tastes off. I don't know
Or
what it is.
who?
That's what do you think? There's been
Human's not that bad. I'll have a bowl.
All right,
really
4 silver.
It's not that bad.
Are you with this one? She points over at Dusk.
Aye.
That'll be 5 silver for you.
Oh crap.
Back.
I'll eat it off the floor. And he's gonna go like you. They spilled half of it on the floor anyway. So he's just gonna start
Scare me.
cupping some up.
Bunch. The hell?
The bar's really low for us.
Now you'll fit right in here in Black Hole Bay then. What about the rest of yous? Grog, wine, rum, stew.
What's in the grog?
It's basically watered down rum.
I'll take a rum.
You think you can handle a rum? Or you want a half rum?
Dusk is 5'4".
I know.
Of
And
course.
looks
This
at
this
you.
this individual is a hulking woman standing over you, looking down at you.
That's how I decided Dusk's height. Looks at you with like the look of like, this is not my height, like ferocity. Like I'm like 7 foot tall.
Just got little dog energy.
Give me a presence check.
Presence is just a strict roll. 11.
Okay. She just giggles at you.
Full pint.
Well, rum it will be then. Hold your horses. She
Sorry.
pours rum and hands you 2 silver pieces.
Fine.
And no bickering about it.
Fine. I'm sorry, friends. Please order.
Jameson will stride up to the bar. Hey, how you doing? What kind of rum?
How am I doing? What kind of a question is that? Fucking working in this goddamn place. Serving
Yeah, it's nice.
people like this one here. You with this one? Points at Dust.
It's nice to be in civilization again.
Civilization, he says. Where you been?
At sea.
Uh-huh. Likely story. Let's see. Well, what'll
So,
it be, Seaman?
What kind of rum do you have?
We got rum. We got grog.
All
got
right,
wine,
I'll have one
and
of
we
those
got
rums.
stew.
Yeah. One of those
2
rums.
silver.
Yeah.
2 silver.
There you go.
Incidentally, the rum is quite nice. It's a nice rum. What about you?
Meanwhile, I've just been sitting at the bar,
Hello,
just
Raiders.
scoping. Oh,
Sorry,
hey,
go ahead.
Raiders.
Hello,
I've been
Raiders.
sitting at the bar, just scoping out the rest of the tavern,
Okay.
pub, whatever. Yeah, just looking
Yeah.
at, and I just turned back and said, yeah, I'll take a rum.
Well, you'll have it then.
Yeah.
Where are you from? What's your name? Just kidding,
And
I
I
don't
just put-
care.
I wasn't gonna answer. I put down 2 silver, the 2 silver, grabbed a cup of rum, and I walk away. Mid-sentence. All right. Thank you kindly. And I go and I look to see if I can find a card game or anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There are card games aplenty going on. The main game that people are playing here is called Sloops and Sailors. Seems to be, it's probably a game that you're familiar with if you're a card player.
Something of the sort.
Yep. Nobody seems to
All
really
right.
notice the lot of you as you're kind of settling in, but it is it's raucous. There are people that are kind of like pushing each other around. There are people in various states of nudity. You know, you wouldn't be surprised if people were having sex right there in public, but it's hard to tell sometimes. But there's a lot going on here. It's especially after being alone, the 5 of you on a small dinghy. You got a lot of space to move about, and there's a lot of stimulus. You know what I mean?
Well, Mad Marlowe will go up to the bar, grab rum for each hand, and then we'll continue to walk about the bar. One of his very distinctive flaws that the crew does know is that he is very hedonistic, and so he's going to proceed to get hammered, completely hammered, 3 sheets to the wind, completely drunk, and will be stumbling about with other people at the bar and other people in the tavern. He's gonna probably open up his shirt and just get kind of loose and go about on his piratey way.
Now, Marlo,
you
when
only
you're
had, like,
paying for
one gun.
your drinks, do you have, just out of curiosity, how heavy is your coin purse as you're arriving in this town?
Not as heavy as I would like.
Yes, but heavy
Okay.
enough where you're able to tie one on pretty seriously. And as that's happening, they take notice of that. You know, the bartender
Mhm.
and the wait staff, the bar wenches, as it were, will continue to bring you rum, and you know they start to see that you're there to spend some money, and they cater to that. Whatever you may need, sir.
Occasionally, after Marlo gets a few in, occasionally I'll steal a cup from him, so I get free rum.
Nice. And you're looking for a card game guy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Okay.
in. I'm trying to get on a table.
Marlo is getting his hedonism on. What are
Yeah.
the rest of you doing?
I also want to join in whatever game Guy is in.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna do some cards.
I'm gonna have like a competition, an unspoken competition of cards with him.
Okay. What about Paley?
Haley is like casing the bar and looking for all the exits, all the possible entrances, anybody who looks shady, like looking who's got a weapon and where. Like, he is so nervous.
Yeah. You don't even need to roll a presence check. I mean, most of the people in here are armed with cutlasses, knives, daggers, whips, clubs. This is a pirate bar for sure. It looks as though everybody here is probably on the take at some level, and they are here to spend coin just like your friend Mad Marlowe is. So there's plenty of people to talk to, you know, to find out like what's going on in this town. You guys may be interested in trying to find some work, as some of your resources are dwindling quicker than others. But yeah, there are a lot of people. So if you wanted to like talk to people, you could easily find someone to talk to. If you have questions, for that person, let me know if you want to try to learn some things. So you're going to do a little bit of kind of casing the joint, it sounds like, at first.
Oh yeah.
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 Smart.
Investigation. Paley is always prepared.
Roll a presence check for me, Paley. While you're doing that, what is Jameson Bonnie doing while this is happening?
Jameson has just kind of sauntered over to somebody else's table,
Okay.
grabbed a seat and put his feet up on the table, and he's just sitting there drinking his giant cup of rum and kind of scoping the room, he knows they're looking for work, so he's
I feel like I just lost everybody.
got a good one for when we get back.
What happened there? That was weird.
You dropped.
Yeah, you
and
dropped.
we're all
dropped,
reshuffled. You
That
want
was
The whole
very
stream went.
strange. All right, let me reconfigure here.
yeah, Zoom issues tonight.
Yeah, that was weird. We haven't had that for a
Almost
while.
never happens
I know.
nowadays. We were plagued
Um,
with gremlins in the early days of the stream.
Yeah. All right, I think we're back. That was weird because for me, all of you froze, and I was just hanging out in Zoom by myself. Very strange.
For us, we were all here, but you had disappeared.
That's
Yep.
bizarre. All right.
Moved
Well,
out.
anyways, we're back. We're back. So, yeah. So you, Jameson, are sitting down drinking with some strangers, and they just kind of look up at you and say, "Well, what's your story then? What ship you sailing on?"
Do I know which? I don't know. Did we sail in on a ship?
Sailing on a
dinghy.
dinghy.
You're on a dinghy, but you can say
A
whatever
very
you
Yes,
want.
large
that's
dinghy.
Haley.
The largest dinghy
Yeah,
in the Caribbean.
The SS Paley, I think it was called. Anyways,
Military vessel.
no, it's kind of small.
All right. Well,
Captain now.
pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Name's Jasper. This here's Wilbur. And that right there is Silas.
Jasper, Wilbur, and Silas. Nice to meet you. My
You
name's
looking for work?
Jameson Bonnie.
You looking for work, is it?
Yeah, we are.
What kind of work you
No.
do? You got any
Oh, you know.
specialties?
You know, I swing this club around sometimes and pull on some rope. You know, I make knots. You know, boat work.
Oh, you're a deckhand then.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few jobs about, but over there, see that gentleman back in the corner booth? And you look around and you look back in the darkness and the shadows. You can see that there's a booth with a couple of individuals standing there. You can't really see the guy, but you can tell where they're gesturing. And that right there is Captain Davies.
That guy.
Seems
That
to
guy
be
over there.
looking for a couple of hands, replace a couple of lost sailors, shall we say. Yeah, you might
Sounds
talk to
good.
Davies if you're looking for work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks.
Give me a, Jameson, give me a quick D12 roll.
A 4.
Okay. As you sit with these fellas, you hear them talking about various things, most of it bullshit, stories that they tell about their exploits as pirates on the high seas, battles that they may or may not have ever been in. They don't believe each other even, and they seem to be friends, but they accept you into their conversation pretty easily. But they do talk at length about a beautiful woman who lives on the island named Veronique. And that she's a splendid painter. And one of the guys gives the other a bunch of shit for even caring about painting or seeming to have an appreciation for the painting. But you get the sense that he has more than an appreciation, that maybe he's a aficionado or perhaps an artist himself. But they do talk at length about Veronique and her beautiful paintings, but there's something off about them. Meanwhile, a card game is being dealt in the corner. And both Guy and Dusk mosey up to the table. And as you do, there are a couple of individuals who happen to be getting up and leaving the table, but two of them sit. An older man with a big bushy mustache that hangs down well past his chin, so you can't really see his mouth moving when he talks. And a woman with this ratty bun that has seaweed and sticks in it atop her head. They just look up at you and gesture for you to sit down. Play a
sit
bit of
down.
cards, is it? Sloops and sailors, you ever played?
maybe once or twice
I'll
in my days.
I'll sloop your sailor.
Excuse me.
What?
Huh?
Beg your pardon.
I didn't say nothing.
Did she say something? I'm a bit hard of hearing. You have to speak up a bit.
Heard nothing coming from her, so I'm not too sure. You say something? I look down. Did you say something?
Nothing.
Well, she said nothing, so I'm not sure what you're hearing, but it wasn't her.
Yeah, I've been hearing things for years.
Should get that checked.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You should get that checked. What? Your hearing. Get it checked. Very well. So as you sit down to play a game of cards, and we'll come back to this in a second, I want to make sure that we address some of the other activity that's going on in the room. Now, Marlo, as you're carousing and tying it on pretty substantially, my friend, I would like you to make me a check here. Let me see here. Where is it? This is a great carousing. Give me a toughness check.
Toughness, okay. 17.
Oh, here it is. Okay. How many drinks do you think you've had in the last hour, roughly?
14.
14? Okay.
You're dead.
No, not quite.
They're not all mine. It's like I had
Roll them off the table.
And how many?
No, maybe like 9.
And then how many guy do you think you stole from him?
And 1.5 probably, while he's just carousing and walking around and just.
And you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you are handling your booze fairly well at this point. If you had taken any damage, you would have healed some hit points. Actually, you would have healed D4 hit points. So go ahead and roll a D4. We'll just see how good you're feeling right now. You feel on top of the world, perhaps.
3.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty good right now. You also, in your conversations with the locals, hear some rumors. You hear, give me a 2d6 roll, please.
7.
You hear about a lucrative job. One of the, shall we say, sex workers in this establishment is sitting on your lap and whispering in your ear about the governor. The governor's daughter has gone missing, and they say she's worth 1,000 silver should she be found. It's quite ridiculous to even think that one person could be worth that much in silver.
1,000 silver. What? How was she taken? In the night?
You know? Yes, in the night. She was taken in the night. They say she was taken by evil spirits or monsters or the undead, the scourge, perhaps. It's unclear, but she's disappeared. The governor's pissed off about it. Now, how about buying me another drink, sweetheart? We can go upstairs.
As long as it's not 1,000 silver, then I think I could afford you. Then we'll go and have a drink. We'll attempt to buy her a drink and try not to drink it himself.
All right. So you're doing some additional carousing. And Paley, you have looked around the room and you are seeing threats everywhere. I mean, the whole place is a threat. People are looking at you awkwardly. You see in the back corner that there are individuals in these little booths, some of them with curtains drawn. You don't know what's going on behind them. You can guess maybe if you've been in places like this before.
Assassins.
It's
I rolled
likely.
a 17 for presence, by the way.
You see one other individual that is sitting at a table with a group of people who seems to be almost as uncomfortable as you. They're just kind of sitting there, and every once in a while they take a little sip of their rum, and you can tell that they're not really sipping their rum. They're just pretending to sip their rum.
I'm gonna try to make awkward, introverted eye contact with them. And then
What does
if
that look like?
And if we meet eyes, I'll give him like a nod.
All right. Yeah, they look over at you because you are the only person in a conquistador helmet and chain shirt, looking as though you just got off the battlefields somewhere in Spain or a crusade, perhaps. And they just kind of look over at you and kind of an eyebrow raise, and then they kind of like, are they looking at me? And then they just go back to their.
That'll happen like 4 more times, and then awkwardly, Paley will like shuffle over like a little bit closer.
Meanwhile, and I swear we're gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this card game, but back over to Marlo. Marlo, you whisper something into the woman's ear that's on your lap, and she giggles.
And I just kind of like just tap her nose and be like, and kind of motion towards the more ruckus part of the bar and be like, and then I will go get a drink.
She gets up and she sort of like straightens her dress, and she kind of like shifts her breasts around in her corset, kind of getting herself ready, and she waltzes across the bar with determination.
He's still to the thing.
Right over to Paley. And she just kind of bends over Paley right in front of you and says, "Oh my, look at you, all helpless over here. Look at those eyes.
Yup.
What's your name?"
I think I see a cat. Like walk over towards the other person who was also an introvert somewhere over there.
She looks around, she says, "A cat? Well, the only pussy I've seen around here is well, I suppose." And she just kind of like looks a little bit disappointed in her performance as Paley kind of scurries away in fear of this woman. Let's pan over to a card game, my friends. So this is called Sloops and Sailors, okay? So the purpose of the game is to get the best hand out of a 5-card hand. 5 of kind, 4 of a kind being the best. A sloop, which is a 3 of a kind and a pair, so it's basically a full house. Sailors are 5 cards in a sequence. There's 3 of a kind, 2 pair, a pair, and then, a hide card if you don't have anything. And we'll go through a round of this just to see how it goes, because why not? It'll be kind of fun. So at the table here, I've got a table up on the VTT for you, and you've got Barnacle Bill and Queen Anne. You've got Dusk and Guy. Okay, so they look at you, and y'all know how this game is played. And Barnacle Bill looks over and says, "Well, the ante is 5 silver. You want to play a game?"
Yes.
All very good. All right then. So you guys each throw 5 silver into the pot. Let me just keep track of this because this could get interesting. Okay.
5 silver.
5 silver in the pot.
All
now,
right.
Is anyone else getting in on this card game? It's just these two for the moment.
I literally shuffled my deck and picked 5 cards, so we'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, I've got cards for you, so
We'll see if mine are better than yours.
check this out. All right. So you each send in your ante, okay? And what happens next is that each of you is dealt 2 cards. So I'm going to shuffle up this deck that I have in my hand. Cool. Right here.
I dropped them.
And Erica, tell me when to stop shuffling.
Is this like when you tell them to stop with the Parmesan cheese on your soup?
Exactly.
Stop.
Okay.
You ever whoever says stop.
I know.
You
the
go
whole
until
block
they
must
get
be gone.
tired.
Oh yeah, more
have to be
Parmesan
visibly
cheese,
sweating.
please. All right, so I'm going to send you in the message what you have in a message in Zoom what you have. All right, we're trying this out. I've never done this before. We'll see how this works. It's always fun to experiment a little bit. So
My
Erica,
husband
you have
just got home, and he came in
see a card shark.
he came in with a button up, rolled up sleeves, holding one of our kittens, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Adorable.
And Guy, you're also playing in this, correct?
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
cheating.
All right.
Oh yeah, for sure, same.
I'm cheating.
All right. I will tell you about that in a second. Let me give you your cards here. And all right, so I sent you each a message in Zoom with your cards, okay?
Yep.
So now what happens is because Barnacle Bill dealt, Dusk, you have an opportunity to either call, bid, or fold.
I'll bid 2 silver.
Okay. You bid 2 silver. Queen Anne. She's in for 2 silver. What about Guy?
I toss in 3.
Oh, you're gonna raise it?
Yeah, I raise.
Okay.
I just look around, smug.
Barnacle Bill looks at you with an eyebrow raised.
I raise both of mine.
Oh, a raise and a raise. Clever. What you be hiding there, fella? He looks at his cards again. I'll see your 3. And he throws down 3. That brings us to Dusk. Or do you want to end? Do you want to add an additional?
I'll match and raise 2 more silver.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're at 5. Queen Anne is like, the fuck? Looks at her cards again. I'm out. Guy, you want to add in? You want to meet the bet? You would need to add 2 more silver.
I add 2 more silver, and then I take a pause. You know, look at my 2 other competitors, and I toss in 3 more.
Well, fuck, Barnacle Bill says. What kind of game are you playing?
The only game to play.
Shit, he pulls out a little coin purse and looks inside of it, shakes it a little bit. That's only money. And he takes it out and he matches it. So there's 8 on the table. Dusk, I'm assuming that you're going to either call or raise it again.
I'm gonna raise it again.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, so let's just say this. What's your top raise? Because we could go around and do this all day.
Top raise would probably be like 5.
All right,
Yeah.
so there's 13 gold in addition to the 5 you've already put in. You guys are good with that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, this is a huge pot. A group of people are now forming around this table as this is happening. And we haven't even gotten to the flop cards yet. So Barnacle Bill looks at you and says, "You satisfied then?" Here we go. And he's gonna flop them. Now he's gonna flop 3 cards on the table, and everybody's gonna get a chance to see them. At that point, you'll have 1 additional opportunity to fold, to just call, or to raise the bet. And there is a cheating mechanic. Now you can cheat if you want. You can make a presence check.
Shit.
Now it is a presence check of a DR 12, but the DR goes up by 1 for each person that it's now watching. And there are...
Is your presence like a -1? Oh no!
There are 8 people plus Barnacle Bill, so it's going to be a 21 difficulty rate. And you also saw what happened to the guy right before you walked into the place who was caught cheating. So just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
I think for the moment, as getting used to the game, I am trying to get the pot as high as possible to when that guy goes out, I'll also go out. And
At
we get the money
59.
either way.
It's at 59 silver right now.
Why is it? Oh shit!
You know, I'm
You
know
guys are
what?
all in for 18.
This is a 3
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cry.
So I look at Dusk. I see the telltale signs that only crewmates that sat on a dinghy for however many days can tell that some nonsense is about to go down, and I just hold my flute. I just grip the flute a little bit while I wait for the next events.
Okay, now, Dusk, remember that we do have something called Devil's Luck. Okay.
Yes.
So you can use Devil's Luck in a variety of different ways, and I will. I'm going to put that up on the screen here for folks to be able to see that, and so that I can remember. But you can use it to re-roll. You can also use it to lower the difficulty rating.
Which is 18 currently.
It's 21.
It's 21. You
I'm
can use
gonna-
Devil's Luck to lower it by 4.
I would like to do
Ooh.
that because
Okay.
there's no way I can get a 21.
So it's going to be a 17.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the way this works is that you roll the die.
Mhm.
You can use Devil's Luck to re-roll it too, by the way. You have, I don't know how many Devil's Luck you have. Can we get a Devil's
have
Luck
2.
count? You have 2. Okay.
Should have 4 actually.
4? Oh, wait, 4 each?
You have 4. Well,
I have
each of
4.
us. Yeah, you have.
I think
4.
it's
If
a
you had
little,
2.
it's different depending on where, I don't know. Andy, were you keeping track of that?
Yeah, we had a bunch donated earlier, but it kind of depends on where you were coming into the game.
Right. You
Mm,
should have at
yeah.
least 3 donated.
You should have
Luck
rolled
points.
for it. It would have been.
And then
on your
you
sheet,
had some
probably.
on your character sheet as well to start
Oh,
with.
that's right.
Yep.
So I believe everybody each got 1.
But you can only use the reroll
Except for a
once.
couple
Like you can use it one time on a check. You can't just do reroll. So just FYI.
Devil's
What happens
Luck
if you cheat and you are successful is that you get a new card.
1.
You can
Okay.
decide to keep it or not keep it.
Okay, so
Um,
total, I've got 3.
We all
but
got
I'm
2
using...
once we
Yeah,
started.
if you
So you're
yeah, if
using
you
Yeah,
one.
and then my Devil's Luck, I rolled and I got a 1.
Okay.
So I'm using 1, so now I have 2. But so good thing I lowered it. But I got a nat 20.
Ooh. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
If you
Yes.
go back
So-
and watch, you can see my exact reaction. I was like hiding behind the car.
No, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you, because it's a critical success,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 2 cards to choose from. So you can look at 2 cards that I'm gonna deal out from this deck here. I'm gonna have you tell me when to stop, and then you can decide
Stop.
if you want them. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna put these in the chat again for you.
Yeah.
It's top secret. All right, there you are. So it is and you just have to tell me which one you want. And I will go ahead, and you can wait until these other cards get flopped, because we haven't even done the flop yet.
That's true.
Yep. So hold on before you tell me. All right. So here we go.
I
So
already
Barnett,
told you.
okay, cool. Well, you can change your mind if you want.
I'll
Let's
just
get the
delete
flops
it.
first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that. The first one is the tension is building.
Uh-huh.
Ready.
The Eight of Hearts. Okay. Second one. Ooh, you're gonna like this, I think. There it is. Okay. an ace of diamonds. And the third one, oh my. There it is. Two of clubs.
So 8 of
Right.
hearts, ace of diamonds, two of clubs.
Yep.
Those are the ones everyone can see, though, right?
Those are the ones that are flopped on the table.
So, of the secret ones, I will take this one. Honestly, I am the worst card player there's ever been.
All right. Well,
Maverick is one of my
Barnacle
favorite
Bill
ones, so.
looks around the table at the rest of you. It goes to you, Dusk, if you want to fold, raise, or just call.
I'll call.
Okay. Then it goes to Guy.
I call. All right, Barnacle Bill, what you got?
Well, I be holding a pair of aces. He lays them down. Show what you got.
So how does it go when I cheat?
You get to choose one of those cards that I
Okay.
gave, those extra cards, but you have to choose one of them. So it looks like you chose the
So
ace
I
of
did
hearts.
choose
Yep.
Ace of hearts.
Okay.
And then there's an ace down
Yep.
there already.
Yep.
And then I personally have.
You're basically replacing one of your cards with the ace of hearts.
You said it was an 8 of diamonds, right? Or 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts, ace of diamonds, and 2 of clubs. It's in the VTT if you want to look and see.
Oh,
the
yeah.
cards.
Oh, I wasn't looking there. Oh, okay.
I don't think I can beat either way. I don't think I can beat the aces.
So,
Well, you have a pair of aces, basically.
Yeah.
Yep, so
But
you
they
lay
also,
the aces
okay,
down.
so they did have a pair of aces. Yeah.
yeah,
So
both
we
of you.
match with double pair of aces.
Yep.
Well, I've also got, it says it a little mockingly, pair of aces.
What's your high card besides the aces? I got 10 high.
Oh, because I got rid of one. That would be the king of clubs.
Well, shite! What about you? He looks over at you, Guy.
What's that? And I point behind of him and I run. Nah, I put my cards down. I put my cards down.
And what do you have?
I have a pair of eights.
Okay. Well, I should have got out, but I stuck in. What the fuck? He gets up and he grabs the rest of his things from the table, reaches down. You better watch yourself there, fake mustache man. Takes a shot of the rum and walks out.
I will have
Angry.
you know that my mustache is better than yours, and I grew mine. So
Yeah, that was a good way to, no, good one-liner. That you really told him.
thank you.
And just a heads up, the FYI, I was ready to flip the table, call him a filthy cheat, and stab him in the chest. So I'm glad that worked out.
I could have taken the axe to his head. Ooh, that would have been so much fun. But hey, you know what? Look at all this shit we just won.
yeah.
Dusk, as you sweep the silver, you can see people kind of taking note, and the people who have been sort of watching in the crowd disperse. And you pull the coin towards you, and in addition to the money that you put in, you also are going to walk away with 36 additional silver. Nicely done.
Nice.
36 silver, and how much did I put in? 5, like 13?
You have 18 total. 18
Plus
total.
18.
Yep. So you have, what did I say, 30,
36.
I just said 36 additional. All right. So
Well,
you
that's
just won a
54.
lot of coin, and a lot of people are taking note of that.
I
I'm
also want to
ta-
take note
Yeah.
of one the weakest looking onlooker, and two the strongest looking onlooker.
Well, that's Paley.
Oh.
Oh, poor
Besides
Paley.
Paley, I lock in and pay on Paley. Then I was like, oh, that's part of the crew, and then I turn and look at the second weakest.
You see this fellow sitting off to the side with a group who seems to be just like teetotaling this small cup of rum with spectacles that kind of like loop behind the ears, and they look very uncomfortable.
Is that
Give me
the
a
person that
presence check.
Paley's like inching towards?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Paley's soulmate.
Yeah,
You said presence check.
across
Yeah.
the room.
Yep, presence check.
Oh shit.
Dusk isn't paying attention. She's counting her coins and putting it in like secret, like in her jacket, just like secret places in her jacket.
Lots of pockets.
So many pockets.
Yeah, I love pockets.
Look, it has pockets.
Good roll, right?
I rolled a
Oh.
2 with a -1 presence. so that's
Oh
1.
wow.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yikes.
You yeah, you notice this person, but it's hard to tell if they're with anybody or, you know, maybe why they're uncomfortable or anything of that nature. But yeah, you have you and your friend have won a lot of gold. Haley, you are gonna go over. We'll just kind of go around the table and kind of see what you guys want to do. What are your motivations here as you find yourselves into the wee hours of the night here? Let's start with Paley. Paley, are you gonna go talk to this person?
Oh yeah, it's taken most of the evening, but eventually they have inched their way over until they are nearby
Cool.
the person in question. And
All right. They're just like, hello. What's with the helmet?
Safer this way.
Safer. Are you a soldier or something?
Well, I buckled a few swashes.
Oh,
How about
Sure.
what's someone like you doing in a place like this?
Are you hitting it on me?
No, maybe.
Oh, good. Oh. Well,
No.
I'm just in port with the boys. I sail with old Barnacle Bill, who just stormed out of here. Looks like he lost a bit of money. That's not going to bode well.
Oh,
Where'd you come in on?
oh, I have my own ship.
Really? A captain?
Yeah, the SS Paley. Kind of
Oh.
a big deal.
I've not heard of it. And you have a crew?
Well, you know, just yeah. I'm here with my crew.
Oh, good. You look like you're alone.
No. See, you know, I'm so good at blending in, you see. That's why it looks like I'm alone. But I'm not alone.
Oh, well, I hope you're not here trying to hire anyone, because that Captain Davies over in the corner there, he seems to be offering some lucrative hiring opportunities, and a lot of people are trying to get on his crew right now.
Oh, like what kind of opportunities? Like what is the going rate for crew these days?
I mean, it's a share in the prize. Are you
Well,
sure?
what kind of prize is he offering?
Are you a merchant or are you a pirate? Or...
Well, you know, I dabble in stuff.
In things?
Yeah, stuff and things.
Well, I believe, from what I've heard, that Captain Davies intends to seek out the governor's missing daughter, Veronique. She's apparently gone missing, and well, he intends to hire a couple of hands to replace the ones they lost in their last hunt, and do the job for the governor. The governor seems to be paying quite a bit of coin.
How do they lose people? On my crew, we don't lose people.
I don't
Curious
know
as
the
how that would
specifics
happen.
of how Captain Davies' crew members were lost, but I've seen men's get their head severed. I've seen men's fall overboard and drowned during boarding. I've seen ships crash into reefs, and the men's in the hull trying to patch up the said holes, drowning in the bilge. Lots of different ways you can die.
As Haley says that we've never lost somebody, Dusk is gonna shout out, "Marlo, where are you?"
There's lots of ways to die, you see, but perhaps you just have good luck. But I'll tell you, around here, luck doesn't last.
Oh, I am extremely lucky. I'll have you know. Yeah, so Governor's daughter is the big prize around here, obviously. Have you heard anything else? Like fun, dockside rumors.
Of course. Give me a 2d6, Paley.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Jameson, you're still sitting back with your feet up on the table having a conversation with these fellas. Is there anything in particular that you seek to accomplish?
Not really. Are these guys, does he get a sense of where these guys are from? Do they live around here, or are they on another boat?
Nobody lives around here. We're all just stopping in to drink the rum. Enjoy the finer things in life, if you know what I mean, and, well, spend our coin. And then we're off again on some grand hunt, as they say. No prey, no pay.
What kind of work do you guys do?
We work for Captain Davies. We're gonna go after the
right.
governor's missing daughter. Seems to be looking for some help if you are looking for work. Are you already with a crew?
Yeah, we have a small crew of our own.
Davies is looking to hire a few good hands.
Well, we'll have to go talk to him then.
I guess so.
He's not in a big hurry to go anywhere.
Paley, what did you roll for your 2d6?
3.
I
rolled a 1 and a 2.
There's lots of ways to die around here, as I was saying, but the funny thing is, I'm sure it has something to do with that dreadful scourge, that dead things don't seem to stay dead around here.
What do you mean by that?
As you say that, you hear this crash at the front of the tavern, the doorway. You look over your shoulder and you see the man whose head was blown, severed in half as you walked in, stumbled as a zombie, and 3 swashbucklers pull cutlasses, come up and just cut the head completely off the shoulders, stab him a couple of times, and he falls dead on the floor. And one of the 2 of the workers in the tavern come over and just roll the body out the door. Yeah, I mean, like that sort of thing. They just kind of come back. You got to kill him twice. It's ridiculous.
But twice does it, right? I mean, otherwise we're gonna have to get a lot of rocks and some nets and some ropes, and we're gonna have to go out to the dock.
Oh yes, drown them. I've seen that too.
Weight them down.
The worst thing I've ever seen, though, was a mutineer who got keel hold. Oh, that was disgusting business. It was quite amusing, though. The begging and the crying and the pleading and then the bleeding. Ugh.
Anyway, I better go talk to my crew about, what fun adventures we're gonna go on. Oh God.
All right, as you get up to join back up with your crew, you see Dusk kind of like wandering around looking for Marlo. You see Guy doing guy stuff, kind of looking cool and ostentatious over at one of the tables. You see James Bonney with his huge feet up on this table talking to Silas and the boys, getting some intel on Captain Davies and the situation at hand. And with that, my friends, we are going to take a break. And when we come back from the break, we will have a conversation with Captain Davies and find out what's the score. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for the hype train. Thanks for all the devil's luck that you've donated to this awesome crew of players. They're going to need it, and they've already used it to their advantage. So Dusk, fantastic card sharking. That was so cool. I couldn't believe that you guys kept raising it, but you did, and you won. That's the way it's done over here.
That's the plan, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you make some coin in Black Coral Bay. So we'll be just back in just a couple of short minutes. Thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget, I should say this really quick. Don't forget to sign up to win our giveaway. We're going to give away a digital copy of the Pirate Borg game. So we'll see you in just a couple minutes. Type exclamation drawing to get on the action. See you shortly. Bye-bye. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back, players. We're here in Black Coral Bay, getting into some business. We're going to get into a little bit of business dealing. Some of us have already made some coin. Some of us are trying to make friends. Paley, so sweet. Others are just
trying to make friends.
Well, have made some friends using their coin as leverage. Special kinds of friends.
Bought some friends.
Yep. And some of us are just looking ostentatious and charming, and others have their size 14 boots up on the table talking to some scurvy sea dogs. But as we do in the game, we bring the party back together as we are in the tavern, the Green Kraken. You have learned a little bit of information. You've heard a couple of rumors of a beautiful woman who happens to be a painter of strange and sometimes disturbing subject matter. You've heard of the governor's missing daughter and the governor's desire to have her returned to him, and the fact that he seems to be willing to pay a hefty sum of coin to do so. You've learned that there is a pirate captain named Captain Davies who is looking to hire a few hands to assist with the said recovery of governor's daughter. And that is where we pick back up. The party has rejoined each other in the tavern. And do you want to have a conversation before approaching Davies, perhaps?
I think we should.
Mm-hmm.
So what's
That's
going
probably
on?
a big good idea.
All right, so I don't know if you noticed this, but the dead come back to life here, and also there's
Spit.
supposedly a big score happening for this Captain Davies. They're offering a lot of silver.
You know, I died and came back to life once.
Yeah, I was there.
I'm gonna get her.
I was there.
Whoa.
All right,
That's
Dusk.
crazy.
I need your help, me lass. Here, I need you to hold on to me coin purse, and do not give it back to me, even if I ask for it. There are some creatures about that has their eye on it, so I'm entrusting it to you. So
I'll put it in one of
remember,
my secret pockets.
even if I ask for it. And then he will wink, but he's winking with his patched eye, so you can't tell.
It's just staring at
Just like
Got you. Got this.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Veronique, the governor's daughter. We're going to be looking for that piece of coin. perhaps we can help out Captain Davies and get a piece of that treasure.
Yeah, and then we can buy a bigger boat.
I can actually buy a boat.
Really, really big.
Yeah, it was kind of a tight fit on the way over here.
Yeah, pooping was awkward.
Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. Anyway, so Captain Davies it is.
All right, is someone gonna lead the negotiations, or are we just going to stand up and present our case?
We
All
should
right.
really decide which of us is the captain.
Hmm.
I think we should decide that. And I don't think it should be me.
Guys,
I
are
don't
we
think a
walking
captain
over there?
wants
I
to
think it
hire
should
another
obviously be
captain.
me.
Yeah, I don't think a captain's gonna want another captain.
So you
Oh,
guys,
all right.
you guys look up and look over, and guys already sitting at the table, talking to Davies.
Well, Jameson, you got
Hey.
upstaged.
What's he
This
doing?
is why I said we should eat him on the boat.
Honestly, you're right, and there is still a chance that we can eat him.
Don't worry, Jameson, you're our secret weapon.
The
Come
real-
on
Gonna
in.
start
The real Captain Undercover.
shuffling over there.
All right, Captain Davies, is it?
As you make your way over there, Guy, and then followed by, later by the rest of your crew, you see that there's this dimly lit area, this shadowy booth in the back of the establishment. And you can see that there's a man who seems to sort of have this commanding presence that's holding court. And as you walk up, before you have a chance to say anything, you can see that there are already a couple of would-be crew members talking with Davies. They get up and they walk away, and as they walk past, they just kind of give you a look up and down, and you can see one of them has a big scar across his face. The other one has a beard. Part of it looks as though the skin beneath it on the left side, his face has been burned, so the hair is just kind of like spotty in different locations. But you see the man himself amidst a haze of pipe smoke, sitting at the table, Captain Davies. He sits at the head of the table, and there is a tall, wiry fellow with a scruffy beard and a bald head that stands nearby. He seems to be in league with Davies, probably the quartermaster. And he, as you walk up, he kind of steps forward and says, "What business do you have with Davies?"
Real quick, when those guys walked by and they were just looking me up and down, I wanted to make it a very big show of me ignoring them.
Oh, yes. An intentional ignoring. I love this.
Yeah.
I do this in my real life all the time.
Yeah, not
Alright.
even a glance, nothing. What
What business do you have with Davies then?
Well, I heard that your captain looking for, some crew for a job that's a bit big and lucrative.
To be true, we are looking for a couple of new hands. The name's Barnaby O'Malley. They call me Two Toes. What's your name?
Don't have two toes.
Well, on the left foot. It's a
So
long
your left foot,
story.
two toes.
Ignore this one. Ignore her. Yes, name's Guy St. Pierre. And we have a couple hands that could be a service to you.
As you say that, the rest of the party sort of comes up behind you. Haley kind of awkwardly maybe bumping into the group as,
Sloshing drinks all over each other.
yeah. The man looks at the lot of you and you hear a voice, not his, it's Davies. What makes you think you've got the salt to sail with the eye of chaos?
I don't have salt, but I've certainly got some cayenne.
Well, that's one of the reasons.
Oh.
Okay, look, we'll make this short. All right, we'll get right to it. No beating around the bush. You may have heard of the Pied Piper of Havana.
Give me a presence check, please.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's roll another one.
No.
Ah! Okay, can I use use one of my
You have
devil's
devil's
luck
luck.
to reroll?
Yep.
Yes,
You can
please.
reroll it. Yep.
Please, because a 3 is not gonna cut it. Oh, because one of my things is a known pirate, so I need I need this to be a thing. I need this to be good
You
roll.
need to get your presence to at least a
Jesus
0.
Christ. This one's going into jail. How many times can I re-roll?
Just the one time.
Yeah, cool. That's a 5.
Okay.
Better.
The Barnaby Two Toes O'Malley looks at you and says, "Now we ain't never heard of you, but
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Tell us." Question stands from the captain. All jokes aside, what makes you think that you're fit to join up with this illustrious pirate crew?
Well, I'll let you know that I have seen some shit.
Yeah, well, see,
We all have.
feel here. Yeah, we all seen some things in our travels, but that's not why I think we're cut to run with your crew. You see,
And
we
why
have
is it?
Well, first things first, and I point to Jameson.
He's,
Now
big,
this,
he's a big one.
yes, this lumbering boulder, stronger than anything you've ever seen.
Two Toes kind of does a little, he puts his thumbs sort of in his belt and he kind of looks you up and down. Jameson kind of walks around you and he says, "You look like a haughty brute, to be sure. Tell me quick, how'd you end up with that broken mast there?"
I found it. It's kind of sentimental value, I guess.
Go on.
Well, you see, I was stranded on a deserted island. And, you see, the reason I washed ashore onto this island was that I held on to this flotsam in the water. Turned out it was a broken mast. Then I used it to club mud crabs and I survived alone on that island for what seemed like an eternity.
How'd you find your way off the island then?
Somebody came by and picked me up.
Oh, lucky for you.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
It was Matt Marlowe over here. Yeah.
Marlowe, you say?
Yeah.
I can tell by looking at you, Marlowe.
At this point, he's already standing on a table, like taking a drink, kicking somebody else's drink off the table, and just yeah, our drinks.
Alrighty then.
Of course, you heard of me.
Tell us more. Illuminate us, you drunken bastard.
Ah, well, if it's a story you want, I mean, obviously you haven't heard of the great Guyver St. Pierre extraordinaire. How would you have, of course, never heard of me? Nah, I've sailed through all the different seas. I have met mermaids, fought krakens, drank with the East India Company as we watched these ships collapse and burn. Then I betrayed them all. Yes, and he opens up his shirt and he shows like this really hideous looking Kraken like scar on his chest. See, we come to fight evil. There's these creatures that can't be seen to be dying. We've seen them, and we know them, and we hunt them.
Says that I just instinctively hold my arm.
Mad Marlowe you are then, it sounds. Fitting. That's where you got that uniform then. And you still wear it, you must be mad. You know they'd be coming after you the first chance they have.
Ain't no one I met that isn't after me. Let them come.
You hear the captain from behind Barnaby. He makes a good point. Let them come. Let them come. Well, you seek to join the chaos, eh? What be driving you to sign up for such a treacherous voyage then, Marlowe?
Money.
We ain't got no ship.
Oh,
Well,
ship
we
and no
we
coin.
have a ship. It's very it's kind of small.
We ain't got no
Two-person-
captain. We lost our last captain we had eaten. We were hungry.
We
Yeah.
didn't eat that.
Yeah, we
We
did.
are still
Yeah, we
getting
did.
him out of
You
the
ate
teeth.
him?
Yeah. What are you supposed to do when you're not hungry and Guy won't let you eat him?
Barnaby looks at you, Paley. Tell me now. Do you seek to spend your days at the bottom of the sea? Why you be wearing that there armor? Take your helmet off.
Well, I mean, I feel safer, with it on, you know, because like I said, I have seen
Take
and
it
read
off.
some.
Take the helmet off. Let's see your face.
Bailey takes off this helmet, and for many of you, it's like the first time you've
It's not
ever
to say have
seen.
we have ever seen.
No,
I was like, oh
um,
my god. I'm like, what? Hold on, he's gonna lift up his
And
iPad for this.
They
Like,
have
What is
this
this,
bright
10?
orange, just like electrocuted kind of shock of hair, and you can see there's like a burn mark on part of his head, and he's missing one ear.
Oi, put it back on. Put the helmet back on, lad.
That was a really fun story. I will tell you that.
Yes.
What
We
haunts
caused
ya?
him.
I didn't know you were a lad. Yeah, that explains a
How
lot.
did it? How did it? You know. All right, Mario. Yo.
I'm confused.
Yes.
So that the one time you had your helmet on and we tied your legs together and used you as the anchor because you were all metal. I didn't know you were a lad the whole time. Cheers.
Would that have made a
That-
difference?
I don't-
Flotation.
Yeah.
I stank like a stone. I'm wearing metal.
It don't think that mattered, Marlo. That
What haunts ya?
Well, all
When you
secrets.
close
People
your
got
eyes
secrets,
at
apparently.
night, Paley. Where you gonna lash yourself to an anchor to your bones like that? Don't you know you fall overboard, you sink like a stone, you're dead.
Right, but you know what? Like arrows and knives and
Cannonballs.
swords.
Right.
You know, those will kill you just as fast too.
It's true.
Swords.
Well, Captain,
Arrows.
if he dies on board the ship,
Spears.
at least we can sell that pretty helmet for a pretty price. All right,
I'll kill you
all
if
right.
you try.
What's that, you? You ever sailed with a pirate crew? You're kind of a joker. If so, which
course I
one? And why are you looking to hunt?
I
With
am
the
not.
chaos.
My lawyer advised me not to say.
Lawyer? Well, you're
But-
some kind of noble with that fake mustache of yours. You can see right through it.
Can you know? Still don't know who I am. Let's just say that I know the reason for the burn, and it was not my fault. But I
Well,
helped
howdy
the
doody.
situation.
Look, pirate life be demanding trust amongst the crew. You be joking about and goofing around, but
Who says I'm
if
joking?
you be discovering a member of the crew withholding information that's vital to our mission,
Oh yeah,
what
they'll die.
course of action would you take? Speak true, for dishonesty aboard the ship won't be tolerated.
no. Technically, I would try to get the information first. Then I kill them. Then I tell the captain.
You kill the only witness that could corroborate your story, then.
We'll never trust a pirate who says he's an honest pirate, so.
Yes. No matter what they say, it would be a lie anyways.
Well, I'm willing to trust a liar who's motivated by coin. Because I always know how to buy them. Buy their loyalty. Look, we're looking after a big prize here. Davies kind of stands up. I've got an image of Davies in the BTT for you to take a look at. He's a big fella. Not as big as Jameson, but he stands up and sort of paces back and forth. As we venture into uncharted territories, lock horns with mysterious foes, what's the skill you're gonna bring then, funny one? What's hidden in your pirate's chest that might help us gather intelligence, decipher cryptic charts, or chart a course through the unknown? You seem like a crafty sort.
Poison.
Say it again.
Poison.
Poison.
And look, I'm dishonest, and a dishonest man you can trust to always be dishonest. But I tell the truth.
That even makes sense. It doesn't matter.
Honestly, it's the honest ones you gotta watch out for. Because you can never predict when they're gonna do something incredibly stupid.
What about you? This is Barnaby Two Toes again, looking at Guy. What about you? Any captain worth his salt could have sensed that curse of yours the minute ye walked into the Kraken. Tell me now and be true. Where'd you come by those accursed marks?
These little things. Well, it's been a part of my life for a long, long time, many years. To be truthful, I'm not sure where they came from.
What's your theory?
Same way how curses go. You find hidden treasure. And it's not something that whoever left it there wanted to be found. So you go messing about things you're not supposed to mess with, and you end up cursed.
You're a bit of a treasure hunter, is that true?
In the past life, you could say something of the sort.
A lot of you are treasure hunters. Is that it?
We've
Well,
hunted
then.
some treasure.
I do
I've
like money.
hunted and then found treasure, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes by accident.
Well, look, should you be willing to pledge your loyalty to the Eye of Chaos and to the captain here, there may be a bit of treasure in it for you. Is that what you're
Sure.
looking for then? Looking
Yeah,
for work?
why not? You're looking for work, something to make a little coin.
I'm
Good.
looking for things.
Yeah, looking for things.
Yeah.
It's a great way to put it.
I like money.
It's true. Money's great.
Yeah.
Money is
I
good.
made a lot tonight.
Coin is fine and treasure is good and loot is what drives us forward. But out
Well,
there on the
loot is
high
best.
seas, pirating ain't just about loot and treasure. It's about loyalty. It's about working together for the chase. There's no pay if there's no prey. And if I get you on the trail of some sweet prize, there's some rules that you got to live by to be part of me crew.
Wait,
No.
is this like a religious thing?
Hell no.
No pay,
Oh no. No, I don't touch
Pray.
that cross. Nope.
Pray.
All right.
Pray with an E. Can you even read? Which one of
Yes,
you can
actually,
read?
yes, I can read.
All right,
This is
sit
some
down
kind of
then.
cult or something.
I know the color red.
Mr. Barnaby here will provide you with a contract to take a look at. He lays it down in front of you on a piece of parchment. And it's the basic stuff that you might expect depending on what your history is as a pirate. You know, the nature of the agreement between the members of the crew and the officers of the ship. All spoils, it lays it out. All spoils acquired during the voyage are divided fairly among the crew. The captain and the quartermaster oversee the distribution of the shares to ensure equitability. Crew members are each entitled to one share of the take. The captain, the quartermaster, 2 shares. The master, bosun, gunner, 1.5 shares. Other officers, 1.25. Each crew member is expected to carry out their assigned duties diligently, whether it's manning cannons, tending to the sails, maintaining the ship's equipment. You know, it's all the details that you might think. The word of Captain Davies is law aboard the Eye of Chaos. His decisions, whether related to navigation, discipline, or distribution of booty, are final and unquestionable during the voyage. Behavioral rules, such as theft among crew members, be it personal possessions or one's share of the loot, is strictly forbidden. Violators will face severe consequences, including marooning, and in the most egregious cases, keel haul. No person is to game at cards or dice for money aboard the ship. Lights and candles are to be put out at 8 o'clock at night. If any of the crew remain inclined to drink after that hour, they do so on the open deck. Every man and woman must keep his or her musket, pistols, and cutlass clean and fit for service. There will be bloodshed. To desert the ship or one's quarters in battle is punishable by death. And if any man or woman loses a limb, becomes a cripple, he is to have 800 pieces out of the public stock for lesser injuries proportionately. If you want to join the crew, put your mark on the parchment. Enjoy your last night in Black Coral Bay, for we sail at dawn.
Haley looks for the fine print. Like the, you owe us your firstborn child or immortal soul.
What I read is basically what you see.
Okay.
Yep.
Just, she's very, they're very paranoid.
Very particular about contracts. Believe me, I know. It seems pretty straightforward. I don't know if any of you have sailed with other captains before. I think you have, knowing a little bit about your backstories.
Yeah, me and...
This would seem pretty straightforward. Yep.
What was the part again about cards and dice?
No person is to game at cards or dice for money aboard the ship.
I want to make sure I heard that right. Sorry, I can't sign this.
Well then, carry on.
I'm kidding. Of course I'm going to sign it.
You
Yeah,
know,
Jameson, go ahead, sign.
Dusk, there's other things you can bet besides money.
Yeah,
You mean like human hair?
like
I mean, if
Coconuts.
you like that, do you have a hair collection you would like to tell us about?
And they call me the mad one.
Yeah, I don't want to say
You've
Personal
been
items.
upstaged, it seems. Arlo.
Human hair.
This one is
That's a new one.
Matt,
Batshit
yours
crazy.
is my favorite of them all. And you
From
know what? It'll go for a
Shrunken
high price. Yeah, can
I was meaning more like, like favors or, like you'll take my shift or something,
Oh,
Are you sure this be a pirate ship? Sharing money. No gambling.
Lights out at 8 o'clock.
yeah.
You
I
seek
feel
to
like I'm back
gamble,
in
you can do
college.
it in port, Marlowe. And if you seek to cause mischief, you can settle it on land with cutlass and pistol. But when we're out on the ship, we are brothers and sisters in arms. We look out for each other because it's dangerous. If you're looking for a different kind of arrangement, then, well, walk on.
I signed the
Are you guys
Sign-
signing up? I already signed up.
Yeah,
yeah,
Haley
I
signs.
I
too.
signed the contract as the Pied Piper because I'm upset that they didn't know me.
Alright, where
Reluctantly
do me sign?
sign.
Boy, here. Oh, Two Toes O'Malley kind of like pats you on the shoulder, guy, and is like, "You'll have to tell us about your famous exploits on the ship. If you're looking to sort of brand yourself as sort of a famous pirate type, then, well, we got to get the word out, right?"
I'll refrain from that. If you don't know who I am now, then that's what it is, and that's all right.
That's a problem.
And you call yourself what, the Pied Piper?
I call myself nothing. The name given to me was the Pied Piper of Havana.
Havana. Spent some
Yeah.
time in Havana, Captain. Well,
New
we'll have
York.
to hear more about that sometime then.
Yeah, find someone
Piper.
to tell you the tale. All right, and then I tip. I don't have a hat, so I tip my non-existent hat at the captain. And I guess we'll be seeing you at port.
We set sail at dawn.
So early.
It's quite
All
early.
right.
You
Some of
know, if
us
you don't
won't
go
be
to
going to
sleep, you
sleep.
could just.
Exactly. That one. What that one said.
Yeah.
Stay up all night, you guys would let me? Last time you
Yes.
guys wouldn't let me.
Well, last time
Last
we
time
were
you.
on a
you-
dinghy and you were trying to eat people, so no, we're not letting you.
It's true. You kept telling me, "Oh my goodness, you're being so feral right now."
Because you were.
I still got you bite marks in my arm.
Barnaby's
You
like,
were very
okay, I think
hungry.
you can go back to carousing now. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the morning then.
I'm
Kind
gonna
of
stay
shoos
up
you away
all
from the captain's
night.
booth. Like, go, go, go. All right, so let me ask you this. Who is doing some carousing?
I think I'll carouse.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do a little carousing.
Yeah, Jameson will
After-
carouse.
After another pint, Dusk has fallen asleep in the corner by the fireplace, curled up like a kitten.
Okay. Nice.
Well, curled up more like a dog.
All right, let's go wild. Haley orders 1 beer.
The grog.
The carousing has begun.
Yep. All right. So
Vanity.
Paley, give me a toughness check.
Oh no.
Someone keep an eye
Haley
on.
like lift the helmet, pour
Dustin.
the drink, and then lower the helmet. I mean, that's just gonna work.
Silly straw. Sips it through. That's a 5.
Oh shit. Okay. You roll a d2. So roll a d4. 1 and 2 are 1, and 3 and 4 are 2.
4.
You begin to vomit after you finish the grog for the next
Inhale.
30 seconds or so. You're just vomiting whatever stew you had.
Do I get my helmet out?
It's no. I mean,
Traces
it's
up your
all
joints.
over the inside of your helmet.
Oh
Just the
no!
vomit runs down.
30
Down the
seconds
armor.
is such a
No.
long
That is a
time.
It really
You
is.
know,
Yes.
the nice thing is Haley didn't actually eat any of the soup.
You just rubbed the meat on your
Some
skin.
random
I did,
people
like,
just come
she's-
over and
now
like
she
pat you on the
smells like
back.
meat and vomit.
You're throwing
I'll
out
be
the old
okay.
captain.
Well, Paley's down. That's
At this
another-
point in the
that's-
night, like the captain
another
and the quartermaster are gone. Like, but there's still a lot going on here. There are people drunk and puking, covered in their own fluids, etc. There's just a lot going on here. Some people are still drinking and playing cards. So let's go over to Mad Marlowe first. So Mad Marlowe, you do a bit of carousing. Give me, I want 4 d20 rolls and read them off one at a time for me. And also, Guy, you'll do the same because you're carousing as well.
12.
Okay. So so during the night, you spend the night with what's the next one?
17.
Fuck you.
Governor's daughter.
You spend the night with the devil.
Oh,
Did you say the devil?
Yep.
The devil?
Give me another d20.
so
Oh,
Guy
jeez.
and Mad are spending the night together. Cool.
Well,
12.
Oh no!
Oh, there, the devil got him. Oh damn. That is. Oh no. Oh.
Devil ate his internet.
sorry, the devil just dropped my Zoom.
Dude, your
It was
internet
12
is
again.
Something else.
Grid.
All right, there we go. A 12 again.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You wake up the next morning in the tavern, and then what's the last one?
Last one is a 13.
You wake up the next morning completely hungover, but before dawn. Just pirate instinct, I think. You have a bit of an itch down below, but that's the least of your worries. Strangely, that's the least of your worries, because you look down
Totally normal.
on the inside of your wrist, and you have a tattoo that you're not sure where it came from, and it is 3 digits, and I bet you can guess what those digits are. 6, 6, 6.
Oh no.
Guy.
Oh, she gave you her number.
I got digits.
Call me.
Oh no. Let's see. Let's see what I got. All right. You ready?
Yep. What's the first one?
3.
Okay. In the middle of the night, you went swimming.
Why?
I don't know. What's the next
drunk
one?
people do.
Yeah,
I had to wash off the curse a little bit. I had to clean it.
I guess so.
So my
What's your-
baby's vomit got on me.
What's your next roll?
16.
You went swimming with a beautiful
night.
person.
Ooh. All right.
All right. What's the next one?
Yeah.
You
13
you went skinny dipping with someone beautiful. Another 13.
was Jameson.
You
Finally,
wake
some
up
alone time.
on the tavern floor.
Fun.
All right.
And what's the last one? The last D20.
8.
And you realize when you wake up that you continued to play cards. Give me 3D10 because you have run up a debt. You have run up a debt.
What? You
3D10.
did
All right.
not.
Yep, 3D10. This
We're
is
gonna go
this is
into debt.
significant right here.
Good thing you're leaving town.
I'm not paying
Our
this.
group money is currently 58 silver.
Oh, that's not a D10. Those are not D10s at all.
Yeah, and you need 3 of them.
Oh no! I grabbed the wrong.
No,
I
roll
love these
D6s.
tables are so good.
I'm so upset right now.
A lot has happened. Oh damn it! Where am I?
Better to owe people than the devil. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If it starts counting down, you're on your own, Marlo. Wow. 17.
You are
One
in
at a
debt
time or in total?
total. Add them up.
Yeah.
17
Yeah,
total.
17. Yeah.
You are in debt at 170 silver.
That's you. You are not taking any of our money. That is
Yep.
on you.
You realize
No,
that
you
the
can't
minute
We're gonna
that
have to
you
sell
wake
the
up.
dinghy.
I'm gonna make note of that in our
Over
group
my
money
dead
thing.
body.
Well, that wouldn't be very hard.
So it was
And
117.
170.
70.
Okay.
170.
Wow.
Thanks,
All right.
Dave.
I'm putting that in our notes.
Who else did
Wow.
some carousing?
Jameson.
All right, Jameson, give me a
Need
D20
me
roll.
D20.
I love the
Do I
carousing
find out
table.
who the beautiful person was?
Yeah, you think
15.
about who it is. Think about who it might be. 15.
Yeah.
Okay, last night you fell in love with.
Let's wait to see.
11.
The barkeep Jonesy. She is a massive woman.
Do I keep rolling?
Yep, give me another one.
Nicely.
Oh, another 15.
You woke up with rope burns around your wrist and ankles.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
And give me one more.
Okay.
16.
Give me 3D10.
Oh no.
How much money are we gonna owe?
No.
So
No, this ain't a we situation.
I get to pick the beautiful
Absolutely
person.
not.
Yeah.
It
for
was
sure.
Jonesy. Yeah, definitely Jonesy.
You slept with Jonesy as well? Or you went skinny dipping
I
with
went
Jonesy?
skinny dipping with Jonesy.
All right, you
Whatever
went
happened
skinny
after
dipping.
that, I don't know. I don't know.
Total of 10. Well, actually, sorry. Total of 20. Because the 0 is 10, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So total of 20. So
Yeah.
you come to naked, and you gather your things together, and you
Oh.
have 200 silver pieces in a pouch.
Oh,
Okay, so you gain.
I earned money.
Yep.
What are-
Yeah.
what are
Would
these-
you like to keep
How
that
do you get
as
that?
would
where
you
are
like to
these
keep
rope
that as
burns from?
personal silver or do you want to
Jameson-
put it in the group?
Jameson, I want. Hey, do not
This is
be alarmed.
this is dirty money.
Don't. hey.
You do feel
Don't
used.
be alarmed. All right. The rope burns can be explained.
I don't know, guys. I feel kind of funny.
You
The
have,
other burning that is more troubling.
Do you have the silver, Jameson? Do you have the silver?
yeah. Guy is super interested, right? He's like,
All right.
yeah. I don't want anything to do with this.
All right, you can give it to me.
Here, let's
Okay.
give it to the group.
So much regret. So much regret.
Okay, so guys, debt is now paid, and the group silver now went up by 30.
And there could be a rash going around.
What about
Funny how
the
that
emotional
happens.
toll?
Jameson, listen carefully, all right? The rope
Right.
burns. The rope burns. Just don't worry about it. Okay.
They'll go away, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yes,
We just
they do.
splash a little.
Rub a little
splash
sand on them or something.
It's like the best
Oh.
kind of itching that you really can get out of a situation.
seawater, right? Open wounds and seawater.
Or
just-
blood.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah, all of that
It's-
stuff.
It's all the salt.
You don't
Yes.
gotta worry about it. You
Do
don't have
it.
to worry about it.
Right.
Dare you?
And so when we're leaving the tavern, I just turn to the barkeep and just give her a wink. And
Just scrubbing down the bar top.
and usher Jameson out. Hey, you don't don't worry about that thing. All right.
She just shouts
Don't
back
worry.
at you as you leave. There's more where that came from. Now let me ask a question. Dusk. Did you carouse or you passed out by the fire, curled up?
Yeah.
What did Paley do?
Could I do anything after the vomiting?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. What did I do after the vomiting?
Well, you probably
Don't be
you
kink
probably
shaming.
talked to some of the other patrons throughout the night, and one patron in particular made contact with you. An individual who goes by the name of Deadeye Dale.
Ooh.
And he just kind of sits down, pops down next to you while your friends are doing their weird shit, carousing. And he sets a mug of rum in front of you and one for him and takes a sip out of it. Well, it looks like you signed up with Davies then. Is that the case? Good for you. It's a good crew, that Davies crew. The Eye of Chaos, it's a good ship, strong ship. You should be, What is that all you got on there? Never mind it. Look, I've heard some things. You know, I sail with Davies myself. The name is, Deadeye Dale, they call me. I didn't pick the name myself.
Why do they call you that?
It's the case of the Milky Eye right here.
Oh.
I'm sure you didn't notice it?
Who knows how people give out these nicknames?
And it's one thing they do a lot in these places. There's lots of nicknames for people. I've been sailing with Davies and Two Toes for quite some time, and I'm curious if you've heard any of the rumors about Davies.
No, like what kind of rumors?
Well, from what I heard, old Davies has a bit of a secret. A bit of
Ooh, do tell.
Well, I don't know if I should be speaking aloud, but I figure if you're a new crew member, and I might as well mention it to you. Hard to say exactly what the secret is, but some of the boys on the crew have been trying to get to the bottom of it, if you will. You see, there's a whisper that Captain Davies holds on to a cursed treasure map. A map he's been keeping buried deeper than a chest of Spanish gold. And the scuttlebutt amongst the crew, they be saying that there's more than just gold in that hoard. Some cursed relics, some thing so foul that it's brought upon the captain himself a dread curse. Worse than Davy Jones' locker, they say. This cursed artifact buried deep in the heart of the treasure, they say. It's the source of Captain Davy's own torment. It's whispered that whoever lays hands on that cursed trinket can command the very forces of the scourge itself. And, well, Davies, he be at a crossroads, torn between his lust for riches and a fear that wielding such power might bring upon the world a cataclysmic storm of ruin. So the map stays locked away. The crew left in the dark keeps it secret. Trust amongst us has been as fragile as, well, as a glass in a hurricane. But I believe that story to be a load of poppycock. Nah, Captain Davies be hiding the map, and he's waiting for his chance to sneak away with it. Using us like we're pawns in some game. Well, some of the boys, they have other ideas. What do you make of it all?
What kind of ideas? Like mutiny ideas? What? Who said that?
I don't think.
No, of course not. You wouldn't do something like that.
Right.
Hmm.
But should we get our hands on that said map, well, we could be much richer than this old governor's daughter job.
So the whole
Promises.
the curse thing, the cursed map, you said cursed?
Bullshit, I think.
So what exactly is supposed to be the curse with this ultimate power
Unknown.
thing? Like the downside?
Unknown. You know what curses are. They're a mystery and a conundrum and a riddle wrapped up in a giant steaming turd. I don't think any of it has a load of truth to it, but I do think there's a map, and I think there's riches at the end of the trail. And why Davies would keep it a secret from us, I don't know, but I thought you should know.
All right, duly noted. And thanks for the beer. And Paley will take off his helmet and just dump it into the helmet and swish it around and then pour it out. I was wondering how I was going to get that vomit smell out of there. Boop.
I'll be damned. You're a curious one. Well, keep your head on a swivel out there. We'll see you on the high seas. In the morning. Yeah, all right then. I better get up and he takes 2 steps and just passes out right on the ground.
All right. Paley steps over him and keeps going.
So the lot of you wakes up the next morning in various states of confusion, hungoverness.
Did I do it? Did I stay up all night?
Yeah, Dusk, you stayed up all night. We were wondering, if you were going to eat anyone, but you didn't. You did a great job.
So where'd all this blood come from?
That's staying up all night blood. she pats you on the back.
Yeah, it's from that guy over there, I think.
It's a dead guy with a chunks just bitten out of him.
Where'd he come from? I
haven't
Is
seen
that the
him.
guy that they killed twice yesterday?
Quite possibly.
I love how just suddenly Dusk has become a bit of a cannibal.
This was
She's
the
just
path
a
you
little
took.
bitey.
I didn't mean for that to be the path.
This is
It was supposed to be a joke, but I gotta sit with it now.
Once you go cannibal, it's hard to go back, they say. Get the
They never
taste
let
for
you
the
live it down.
blood.
Look, it just gives Dusk more options to eat when she's hungry.
You eat one corpse. They never let you forgive it.
Yeah.
So, it's just about dawn as all of you reconvene in front of the Green Kraken and begin to make your way towards the docks. You can hear the sounds of early morning with men and women loading cargo and boarding crafts and preparing for departure. You find your way down to the Eye of Chaos, which is Captain Davies' ship. You are immediately put to work upon the ship as you arrive. They ask for your names, you give them. They check the roster of new crew members. And even though your head might be splitting with headaches and dehydration, they put you to work on the rigging, on the sails, preparing, moving cargo. And you've done this kind of work before. You understand the importance of it. And it's not easy work, but the payoff potentially is big. There's approximately 12 crew members aboard the ship, including yourselves. Captained by Davies, of course. There is his quartermaster, Barnaby Two Toes O'Malley. Various other individuals. You meet the navigator, Isabella de la Cruz. They call her Cruz. She seems to always be whispering to herself, perhaps, or to someone else. She has this striking black hair and pale skin. You meet the cook, Sammy Fontaine. You get some warnings about his culinary skills from some of the other crew members. It's a bit peculiar, different. He's always experimenting, they say, with bizarre ingredients that they find amongst their travels and testing them on the crew. He's got this favorite dish of stew that nobody ever really knows what's in it. But it's hearty and it fills the belly. You meet the lookout, Eloise Hawthorne. Fiery red hair, freckles across her nose, emerald green eyes. She's got a big grin. And all kinds of little charms and trinkets that dangle from her belt. Probably prizes that she's taken from other ships that have been sacked by the crew and that sort of thing. The ship itself looks to be in pretty good shape. It's a brigantine ship. I think I have an image of this said ship here somewhere. There it is. Put it up on the screen for folks to see. It's a two-mast brigantine, and it is in very good shape.
Ooh.
It seems that Davies keeps a pretty tight grip upon his crew. People seem to be knowing what to do. Those of you who have had experiences on ships before and as parts of crew probably know exactly what to do. So you fall in and you start to help out with what needs to be done. And eventually you set sail, you leave port, and you head out into the ocean, the open ocean. A couple of days pass and you are working as you do upon the ship. You hear more rumblings. And I'm sure at this point, maybe Paley, I don't know if you would have told your companions about the rumors of the pirate.
Oh yeah. In the second we're alone, just all of the beans are spilled. Hey, you guys, did you hear it? Did you hear what I heard?
What did you hear?
All right, so there's like a cursed treasure map on this ship, and like it's for something occult, and it's like untold riches and power, and probably a terrible evil curse.
That sounds right up my
Whoa,
alley.
cult.
Yeah, it sounds very culty.
You evil curses cancel each other out, asking for a friend.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You should-
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
No, not that I know of. I think they might be stackable depending on the type of curse it is.
Yeah.
Curses is fun.
Maybe we should ask a witch doctor.
Witch doctors,
I don't know no doctors.
Well,
Don't
definitely
worry.
not the ship doctor.
Are we gonna try to commandeer said map?
Yeah. Obviously.
I don't know. Cursed things are usually said to be cursed for a reason.
But it's rumored to be cursed. That means it might not actually be.
So you think maybe like the cursed is just nobody steal this, it's cursed.
Exactly. And I'm a
Well-
good thief.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, in my
So is
experience,
the map cursed or is it the treasure that's cursed?
Well, I think we're saying that maybe he's just saying that so
Porque
people
no
don't
lo
steal
estás.
it.
Right.
Over the course of the next couple of days, as you are taking care of various tasks on the ship, you do get a chance to interact with Deadeye Dale again on numerous occasions. He checks in with you, Paley, specifically, see how you're doing, and he's pretty helpful to you. Maybe making sure that you get ahead of the line for the strange stew that Mr. Fontaine makes. Tastes pretty good. Making sure that you stay well away from the gunnels should you accidentally fall over and sink like a goddamn stone with all that armor on. And he talks with you. Go ahead.
They actually tie themselves by the ankle whenever they're working on board the ship. So if they fall over, someone can like hoist them back out.
You should tie yourself to Jameson.
And maybe like some wood or something.
Just like a barrel.
Yeah.
You have some conversations with Deadeye Dale, and maybe some of the others become involved with those conversations, but you get a sense that there is a smallish, you're unsure how many, but there's a small group of individuals aboard the ship who are very interested in this treasure map that Davies has basically failed to tell anybody about. And there are wild rumors. There are wild rumors about this map, none of which you can confirm, but Dale is like, I think it's bullshit, these rumors, but others that you speak with are like, oh, it's cursed for sure. That goddamn map's cursed. So there's a lot of differing opinions on the level of the curse, but you get a sense that there's a fair amount of suspicion about what that leads to. But nevertheless, there's a task at hand, and that is earning some coin by tracking down the governor's daughter. So you set sail, and you're out for a number of days, and you get a couple of stormy days where water is crashing up onto the deck, and you are doing your best to stay topside. If you're below decks, water is pouring down the ladders and stairs and splashing around. There are bilge rats that scurry about. The food was good the first couple of nights, but deteriorates after that to some extent. You can hear at night Davies kind of shouting at Fontaine about the cooking, like trying to get some level of culinary skill out of this cook. Doesn't seem to be happening. But you all do your part. And as evening sets in, 3, 4, 5 days into the journey, you start to lose track after a while. You hear one of the crew members who's up in the crow's nest say, "Sails! Sails to the north!" And at that point, you hear the quartermaster, Barnaby, "Take positions! Get ready!" And you see Captain Davies bring a spyglass up to his eye and start to look in the distance. Some of you have a spyglass too, I think. Should any of you decide to utilize that? I think maybe Mad Marlowe has one. I can't remember, but I think someone does.
I have one.
Oh, Paley does.
Always prepared.
That's right. Always prepared. Paley, as you bring the spyglass up and look as well, you can see that indeed there is a ship on the horizon, and it appears to be almost glowing in some sort of weird ethereal manner.
Hey, guys, what does it mean when a ship is glowing?
Is it supposed to do that?
I don't know.
That means it's on fire.
Nope, I don't think
Nope.
that's nothing good on these waters.
You hear one of the crew members shout, "It's the Neptune's Maiden, sir!" Neptune's Maiden! You hear others, "No, it can't be. Neptune's Maiden, what?" Have any of you ever heard of Neptune's Maiden?
I feel like Dusk might have.
I,
Dusk has been around.
I think guy would have.
Okay, why don't you both give me a, let's call it a presence check. Okay. You have heard of it,
Okay.
Dusk, but you're not very sure. What about Guy? What'd you roll?
Yeah, I rolled another 2 for -1, so that's 1.
Wow. Throw that die away. You have heard of it. You look around like, Neptune's maiden. You're looking at each other like, what? And then another one says,
A maiden is on board?
one of the other crew members looks at you and says, helmed by Captain Bloodheart, bloodthirsty privateer. Long dead bloodthirsty privateer. To your stations! To your stations! She means to come about! And you look back palely through the spyglass, and you can see that the ghost ship of Captain Bloodheart has changed course and is headed directly for you.
Guys, they're headed right towards us.
My friends, as the reality of the situation sets in, that there is indeed a pirate ship of ethereal nature headed in your directions, we come to a close on our first session of Pirate Borg, and we will, my friends, find out next week what Captain Bloodheart has in store for your crew, whether or not the curse of the pirate map is true, and whether or not Davies can guide you to a successful prize with the governor's daughter. Next time on Pirate Borg? I don't know. It seemed like the right
While
thing to
all
say.
this is happening, Dusk is
Yeah.
downstairs like shaving.
Shaving the penciled.
Shaving the pencil.
It's like
Wait a
shaving the
minute.
pencil off.
Wait a minute. I know you.
Bum, bum, bum. To be continued.
To be continued. My friends, thank you so much. We have made it through our first episode of Pirate Borg. There are 2 more to come. I'm so excited. We do have a giveaway that I want folks to remember to enter. !drawing to get in on the giveaway. We're giving away a digital copy of this amazing game, Pirate Borg. It is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. It is the launch of Luke's awesome game. I'm so glad that I stumbled across it and kickstarted it, and we've had a lot of fun. I mean, just making characters was a freaking hoot the other night when we did our session 0. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate all of you making time for this. It's been a blast. I hope you're having as much fun as I am, because I'm having a lot of fun. I'm sure that's obvious because I have a big smile on my face. While we're giving people an opportunity to get in on the giveaway, which is !drawing to be entered to win, let's go around the virtual tabletop, my friends, and let's have each of you please reintroduce yourselves, tell our awesome chat buddies where they can find you. If there's anything you have going on that you want to plug, please, please, please do that. And then we'll get into the giveaway. So let's go ahead and start. Adrian, let's start with you this time.
Hello, good evening. My name is Adrian. I played Mad Marlowe tonight. My internet handles are /Sparrow_ on all of the threads and the X's and all the things like that. Let's see, stuff I need to pitch. Tomorrow, I'll be playing a Penny Dreadful game with Bleak Season. Come check it out. Some good Victorian horror. That's always fun. What else am I doing? If anyone's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I am performing the Scottish play in a group called Shakespeare Everywhere. You can check them out online. They're pretty cool people. Yeah, besides that, I always enjoy a chance to play a pirate. So had a lot of fun tonight and looking forward to more. Thank you all.
Thank you, Adrian. Just a pleasure to play more games with you. I always look forward to that opportunity. Let's jump over to Ashley, Minnesota Muse.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse. You can find me on the socials at Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky or Minnesota Muse 99 on Threads. And I played for you tonight Haley, the very nervous and silly, overly prepared pirate. Yeah, and I think this is the only thing I've got going on right now until we turn back over into Heroes of Greyhawk. But there is, of course, let's see, Greyhawk Con is coming up.
Virtual Greyhawk Con in October.
Virtual Greyhawk Con. So that's imminent, and I am in at least one video streamed game.
Can't wait. We're gonna have a lot of fun with Greyhawk. in Virtual Greyhawk-Con. So great to have you, Ashley, in this game. And yeah, I mean, it's like I said at the beginning, it's rules light, so you really don't have to know a whole hell of a lot about this game other than want to play a pirate, which I think you guys all did an awesome job of. Thank you so much, Ashley. Let's jump over to Erica.
Oh, me? I
Yeah.
look like I feel like I freshly shaved. I have a baby face now. Even
Looking
just having
good.
a fake mustache on, that was a very weird feeling. My name is Erica Ondoin. I was playing Dusk for you this evening. The simple way to describe her is Chaos Gremlin. So played the Chaos Gremlin for you.
And a great gambler.
And a great gambler. Like, what the
turns
heck?
out.
That was great. I've never been able to do that in my life, so it's great to be able to play characters who can. I am the creator of Roll D5, ROLE-D5, which is a TTRPG channel. What we do is we play indie games. Our little tag is there's more out there than 5e. Let us show you. So every week we pretty much have a new game. We have one longer term-ish campaign. It's more like a Monster of the Week using the Triangle Agency type system. Well, not type system, the Triangle Agency system that was on Kickstarter, or I guess it's coming out on Kickstarter or something like that. It's been a long day. But you can find me everywhere as Ondoin, AUNDAWYN. I am most active on Threads, as well as I am making Roll D5 there mainly as well. So we'd love to see you there and connect. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for playing. Really appreciate it. Love Dusk. Love Dusk. Nice work. Let's pass it over to Sid. Hey, Sid.
Hello, I'm Sid. You can find me on the socials at _Sundance Sid. And today I was playing Guy St. Pierre, your ostentatious. Well, what you haven't seen yet is Fencer. Played a little bit of flute and had fun doing it. And took a swim with a very, very, very large woman, apparently. It was fun.
Beautiful large woman.
Beautiful large woman.
Yeah.
That Jameson fell in love with.
Jameson got the full experience, I believe.
He got an experience.
That's right. One of many possibilities. Thank you so much, Sid. Really excited to have you in this game, and congratulations on some other things that are happening in your life. Really glad that you were able to make it, because I know you're busy. And yeah, so congrats on that. Let's jump over to Andy G3D.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. This is Andy G3D on Twitch and most other places on the internet. Yeah, tonight I was playing Jameson Bonnie. He's kind of a happy-go-lucky idiot, for lack of better words, but you know, he has a lot of confidence. And he thinks he's pretty much the bee's knees. Anyways, you can find me here every week in our Heroes of Greyhawk game, which is currently on pause until we finish this game. But yeah, I had a blast. Thanks for having us, Dave. It was awesome.
Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you all for playing. We're going to give some loot away now. So if you want to get it on this giveaway, all you have to do is !drawing in the chat. Just type it in there. Super simple. We're going to go ahead and draw a winner here for some digital loot. This is the digital copy of the Pirate Borg game, the book. It's freaking awesome, you guys. Like I said, we had fun. I mean, we could have just made characters like we did when we were little kids and had a blast doing that and giggling. And we took it to the next level with
the best tables,
rashes and pirate loot and purses. Thank you. All the good stuff that you might expect. Lots of rum was consumed. Let's give some stuff away. Here we go. I'm going to hit the roll it button in 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to raid into some of our friends. So stick around. Woo! Baptized in Pus. Congratulations, Bip.
That name.
Hey,
kills me.
Bip, you are the winner of a Pirate Borg PDF. I will get that to you post haste. Happy International Talk Like a Pirate Day, y'all. I hope you had a blast. I had a blast. We are going to raid into Magi RPG. They are good folks. They're playing some sort of TTRPG. I can't quite tell. It looks like fun. Give them some good old-fashioned Guild Superior love, and we will find you on Thursday, because on Thursday we have
more Lord of the Rings games here on Guild Superior with Bleak Season and Company. So come on back for that, and then we'll see you next Tuesday for part 2 of Pirate Borg. Thank you guys so much.